Okay, hi everyone, my name is Kelsey and welcome to my first official video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this eyebrow look, and as you can see my natural eyebrows are almost completely blonde and you can barely see them, so I'm going to be showing you how to do the whole fade effect into the darker bold brow. So for this look what you will need is concealer in your shade, any form of dip brow stuff, well not just dip brow but eyebrow pencils. The Anastasia dip brow is my favorite, and just a bunch of other, like whatever you need to do your eyebrows on a regular basis. But what I use is the dip brow pomade in shade Toupee, and I also use the Anastasia clear brow gel. This is not a necessity, but it does keep the pigmentation there longer and the shape longer. And not to mention it keeps your like flyaway eyebrow hairs in place. So to get started on this look, I'm going to be taking a very small amount of my dip brow on the brush. And I'm just tapping it slightly against it. And I'm going to take it to the bottom of my brow and do a nice smooth line. So I start from the center of my brow, do the little arch. It doesn't need to look like a U, it just needs to be a small little arch. Like the McDonald's M. But not as harsh. Don't be going whoosh. We don't want that. And then next I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to start at the top of my brow from where I started here. So I'm going to go right up here. And go right above where my eyebrow hair ends. Take my time on this. And now I'm gonna fill this all in. So as you can see, I did go a little bit over there, but I will show you how you can fix that. So I'm going to now fill in the brows to here. And then I'm going to brush it through a little bit. And now on my hand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to gently rub it a little bit, and I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go to about here, making a very fine line, and you do not need any more of your eyebrow stuff for this. So you are going to be going like this, very gently, so you can barely even see the line. Yep, just like that. And now you're gonna go lightly on the top too. I'm not gonna go as far with the top though. And now I'm gonna go and lightly fill that in. And then when I get to about here, I'm gonna start brushing upwards to create the illusion of more hair there. And because of the fact it applies later when you go like that. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to do this arch a little bit more because I don't like how it came out. Okay, so I'm going to brush this. I'm going to take my concealer. I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in shade Fair Beige. And I'm taking on this brush very little on the very top of the brush, just that much. You can barely even see it. And I'm going to start at the bottom of my brow and lightly do a smooth line across the whole bottom of my brow. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little more. I'm going to go back to the tail of my brow. And I'm going to just blend it down into my eye. So now I'm going gonna take a little bit more and go to the top of my brow. I'm gonna lightly trace above my brow. And as you saw, I always go a little bit atop of my brow, just so I can get where the feel is of where I am, so I don't go right in the center. So now since I'm towards the end, I'm gonna start here. And I'm gonna round that out and follow the trace of my brow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in at the top by just rubbing it together like this. The brush. No beauty blenders needed. It actually was so long before I got a beauty blender. I was doing makeup for like a year and a half before I got my first beauty blender. I would just always like try to rub it together with my brushes. It's not very pretty. Yeah, because I taught myself how to do makeup. And in the beginning, like, I don't know why people even let me walk out of the house, honestly. It was just that bad. So I'm gonna take a little bit more and just fix over any mistakes I made with the concealer, because the concealer is supposed to fix over the mistakes you made before. And then, you know, I make mistakes with the concealer on what I have. So, gotta fix that up somehow. So now I'm just gonna lightly take this here. Okay. And now I look at both my brows, and as you probably tell, I do have different shaped brows in general. So for me, this is pretty even. So I always step back a little bit. And I like how this looks, but what I'm gonna do to this one is make it a little bit longer. So now that this is done, I'm gonna blend it a little bit more. And I'm going to take my clear brow gel, open this up, wipe the top right here, and I'm gonna go in this direction. That, and then I'm going to brush all my hairs toward the tail of my brow, and when I get to the tail of my brow, I'm just going to brush them down. This prevents your dip brow from, and all the pigmentation from like getting off and the wind blowing it and just all that stuff. It makes it stay longer, so basically seals it in. And it also keeps your eyebrow hair in place, like who doesn't like that? So now the rest of my concealer, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go a little bit on my eye. And take my favorite beauty blender, very dirty. I'm just going to lightly pat this in so it matches my concealer under my brow. Because I have really dark eye bags and stuff, and my eyelids themselves are very red. So when it's next to just the concealer, you can obviously tell there's like a difference there. So what I just do this. And I personally love how I look like this better. I'm gonna lightly do it to this one too. And I'm going to go very close to where my eyebrow concealer ends, but I'm not going to go on my eyebrow itself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some setting powder. I'm just going to lightly go over this and the eyebrow itself. Okay, so that is how I do my eyebrows on an everyday basis. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And I hope you have a nice day, and I hope this tutorial helps you out. Bye!